All right, welcome back here. We're talking, guys, about some issues that we might see in the second term. How about climate change? And I know people in the pack said, go hug a tree, I don't care, or whatever else. They've seen flooding here that's devastated the East Coast. Definitely this is the new normal. I don't hear any climate change deniers speaking as loudly anymore as they did. If somebody talked about a big idea about seawalls on the eastern shore, or somebody talked about stuff of, you know, carbon taxes or whatever else, I don't think that it's as much of a non-starter as it was in the past. I don't know how much, Andrew, that the president's really committed to environmental issues, given the other stuff that he wants to do, but I think it's got a chance to at least, you know, come to a vote.
I think it does. I think the big fear is that it impacts the recovery or it impacts businesses, but you're going to need a strong Republican voice to come forward, or voices to come forward, if the president's going to have any cover on this. Chris Christie comes to mind. If he starts talking climate change the way Governor Cuomo is talking about it, I think it makes it a much more viable issue.
What do you think?
I think that it's a legitimate issue, but I don't see Obama, the president, really pushing with his capital for it.
What about Citizens United, Tom? We all heard talk that if he won, he was going to go out there and try and repeal it. Now, we both know you don't have the numbers to do that. You're not going to get 2/3 of the U.S. Senate that's going to, you know, to all of a sudden get behind him and then override the thing. But he believes in his bones here that this thing's terrible, and he was going to actually like go around and say this isn't how you run a country, let alone run an election where you let companies basically buy it. You think he does it?
No, because it didn't really hurt him. I mean, I think around the table we can agree that it's not necessarily a good thing for America, but it really had no impact on this president. His supporters may say differently, but look at the results. It really had no impact on him.
Plus, why would he fight headlong into the hundreds of millions of dollars that would come out to fight him?
Yeah, he raised $104 million on his top two PACs, and plus, you know, I talked to some of the people.
Chunk change committed to GOP.
Well, they did about 365, but yeah, and he was apprehensive. I talked to some people on his campaign. They were apprehensive about spending money. Then they were all in. You know, this is politics.
He's no joke when it comes to raising money, him or his team.
No, this is the last time he's got to do it. All right, we're going to wrap things up, everybody. When we return, we'll be right back.